Felicia here. It actually feels so incredible outside. Like it's a lot cooler. It's been so sticky outside this past month, but today it actually feels really good, but everything is so damp that I just don't think it's like the vibe. So I need to do a lot of planning. Like I have my little pile. I think I'm gonna do like kind of a little YouTube sprint in August, which is my year anniversary for YouTube, and that's coming up like this week. I so far this whole year have done one video a week, so for August I want to try to up that a little bit and just see what happens, basically, just in terms of like my own, like there's a side of it that is for me creatively and a side that I know is like just putting more out there for more people to be able to see and watch and subscribe and everything. Like there is that element, but when I first thought of raising it, I don't know, it's like so far I've given myself 4 opportunities a month, and raising that is just making me think a lot bigger. I'm just really excited just to even attempt and see what happens and see if I like it. And it feels so nice that I know it's like I'm not going to try to create this much every single month, but doing a little sprint, reaching my creative edges and like growing a little bit outside of my comfort zone and pushing myself a little bit. I just think that'll be really good for me, and I'm in a place where I'm really ready for that. So I'm gonna do a little journaling and then a little planning, and I'll get back to you. I want to recreate my very first video, which was like making pasta. I remember shooting it, like filming it, and thinking then, like while I was filming, that I would just be like a silent vlogger, like I would never talk. And literally, like as I was editing, I was like, well, I should do a little intro chat at least. And now you like can't shut me up, and I have full just chatting videos, and like I talk so much. It's just so funny to think about. I have the next 2 weeks basically locked down, like planned. Not to the T, but just like the big things I need to do each day. And I did pencil, so I know I can flip them around and stuff because I love making schedules. I don't stick to them. So I know it'll be different, but I just like to attack what I want to do every day. Like if I wake up and I just really don't want to film, I'm just not going to force myself. Maybe that's bad, but I don't know. I think it keeps me not burnt out and not wanting to do it. But I just figure out what I do want to do, and that's another reason I do love YouTube so much, is that there's so much you can do in different days, different seasons of yourself. So if you wake up and you don't feel like filming, you can edit. that like it's so less front facing. If you don't want to edit or film, like I just don't do it. Like, I don't know. I'll always be kind of thinking about it in the back of my mind, but I'm not gonna force myself to do anything. So it feels exciting to like know I have all these points and kind of deadlines that I'm gonna try to stick to. I used to avoid planning because I knew I didn't ever really stick to my plan. So why do it anyway? But I think even just doing it and like getting everything down on paper, even if I don't stick to it at all, just helps. And I'm like, if it just helps a little, like even if you never stick to it, but the act of planning helps organize it in your brain a little bit, and you probably will end up getting a little bit more done than if you didn't plan. Why not? Just do it. It's kind of my philosophy now. So, also, the light is hitting. I got this new chair. I don't think I've shared yet, actually. The morning light is just hitting this in a way. Like, this is definitely going to be my winter coffee spot. So I had a chair just like this in my childhood bedroom, and it's where in my like high school years I stayed up until like 3 or 4 in the morning nearly every night just reading. Like I read so much and I loved that chair so much. And in the period between, I had apartments, but they weren't big enough to like have everything that I liked. My parents sold that chair, not really realizing that I loved it so much. And that was like 7 years ago. I don't know if it just like accidentally stuck with my mom that I was upset about that, but she actually found this from a friend who was getting ready to sell it. She was like, I'll take it. And she was like, do you still want this chair that you used to have? And I was like, yes, it goes perfectly with my new like eventual apothecary hutch I just got from Facebook Marketplace. I don't think I've shared this yet either. This is the hutch I got. My eventual vibe is like like dried herbs and like all my canning and stuff like that is gonna go up here. I don't have a dehydrator yet, so I haven't been able to, but I hear some people just bake their herbs in the oven on low for a while. So I might look into that because I need to start so that they can, regrow and I get more and more and then have a place to put them. I have all my like oracle decks here. These are my favorite decks right now. I love looking up animals that I find out here. This was actually a recommendation from my most recent coach. She did a reading for me our very last session, and I decided to get it since I just moved to the forest, and the reading she did really spoke to me, and I'm enjoying getting to know that deck. This was my very first deck ever, and I love it. I always go back to that, and this is probably the one I go to the most ever. I'll take it traveling. I don't know. It's so good. I actually just read one of her recent books as well, and I just enjoy her work a lot. So I love this hutch. It really brought the space together because we didn't have any height on this wall. We had a lower hutch, and it was just blank. I could have probably put a painting up on, or something, but it just didn't feel like the right move. I hopped on Facebook Marketplace and it's like one of the first ones to show up, so it just worked out perfectly. I love it a lot. It's the first furniture piece we've actually gotten here, and it does feel like it's starting to bring the space together in its own way rather than just all the furniture we have had like prior to moving here. So yeah, it takes a while. We moved here in November. We've just got one new piece. It takes so long to build your house sometimes, I feel like, especially cost and stuff. But yeah, just piece by piece, I feel like it'll happen. It'll happen.